Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is race 3 or episode 4 of our F1 Manager 2024 Builder Team Career Mode. For those of you who saw the last video, you'd know that we had a fire in the factory and that caused it to shut down, so we missed the upgrades for this race. We've got them for the next race in Japan, but we need to do Australia first. Let's go out on track. I think again probably 21st has to be the only thing we can hope for at present.
It's wonderful to be back down under for the Australian Grand Prix. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert.
Out you go. Right. Oh, it always scares me when they weave like that. Always scares me when they do that. Right. Come on, Liam. Come on, Teo. Let's see if you can do better with a car that has no improvements. We were meant to have some improvements, but we had a fire in the factory. Must have been one of those dodgy British plugs, I tell you. Right. Oh, that's a bad lap time from Teo, but then I think he might have got held up by one of the Mercs. Come on, Liam, put in a blinder. And by put in a blinder, I mean just do better than you did the first time. Maybe get within 3 seconds. I think I'd accept that. Crikey. Oh, well, he's 17th, but... Oh, well, you know... I'm impressed. I will take that. I know some of the other guys are still behind us, have yet to finish their runs, but... And we can't get out of the session, but that is so much better than what we have been doing. Here we go.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Just keep our eye on Lawson. Please don't crash or do anything awful. I love that Hamilton is down here for some reason. Also love that we're still keeping pace with him. But I think that might just be about to end. Unfortunately. Yep, there we are. Oh no, we're actually still ahead of him. Not for long. Loving that Liam is still ahead of Hamilton. Wonder how much longer he'll be there for. Probably not very long, if we're being completely honest. Especially given the way this engine just drinks fuel. We're going to have to slow it down and go into neutral for both our drivers here. Have to remember... Wait, what stop? I thought I'd actually change that. Ah, damn it. Okay, they're both doing 2 stoppers. I thought I'd put Poucher on a 1 stop. Obviously not. Okay. Love that we are destroying Lewis's race here. I think he's got us. Oh no, still behind us. When he gets DRS, we're basically. Oh no, okay. Before he gets DRS, we're done. Fair enough.
Copy.
Loving that Hamilton is still being held up by Joe. Although not loving how close we all are. Poucher has just... Yeah, he's 5 seconds off the pace. So, well, he had that lock-up, didn't he? So... Copy, okay. Oh, depressing how far back he is. I imagine we probably will get lapped here. Don't particularly want to, but at some point it is my goal this year that we will have a race where we won't get lapped. Not sure how plausible that is, but hey ho, that's what I'd like to accomplish. Yes, I have low standards. Oh, are we... We are on the inside of Joe here. Although will this become the outside? Oh, Joe is on softs, it looks like. Oh, I got around him. Good work. Now go aggressive again. Okay, so we are right at the tail end. Interestingly, Hamilton is still only 1 place in front of us. That's he started P20, so that's actually been a very good start for us. Better still is that we are able to charge some of the battery whilst we're doing this. Teo is just so far behind that I'm just not sure what we can do with him. Do you know what? Let's deploy him and see how he does. So that is P13 down to P21, all in a line there. I don't think they'll be fighting for points at any time, but, you know, you're never really sure in a field like this. And you've basically just allowed the Williams to send it on you. I've no idea why you did that, Liam, but okay, fair enough, whatever you say. That was bad. That was bad. Okay, but then I suppose he is trying to conserve his battery, isn't he? So yeah, it's not too bad. engine is overheated though. But then that's because he's in huge amounts of traffic, so guess there's not that much he can do about that. Okay, let's go back to oh, straight around the outside. Okay, that's good. Wasn't expecting that at all. Although Hamilton has finally gotten by and is just on the charge now. So we're right behind the Haas. He's going to have to top that up. And he's gained about 0.8 of a second. Which is just not... it's just not good enough. Slightly under where we expect to be with tyres. But then we never expected to be fighting these guys. So, you know. What else can you really expect? If the worst comes to the worst, we can always go soft, medium, medium rather than soft, medium, soft. And that would enable us to potentially even do an undercut. Might actually be a possibility there. Just a couple of laps for the undercut, I think. Pit window. I don't know what we can do about that. I mean, damn it, if he pits at this point, wow, he might even... No, I don't think he'll get lapped. Not yet, anyway. It just kind of seems like he will, you know? All we can really do is just leave Poucher where he is. He's going to lose ground, but that's because everyone here has DRS and he just doesn't, so... Oh! Overtaking Hulkenberg, or at least trying to... Oh, did you shove him on the grass? It's a bit brave. Very impressed, Liam. Very impressed. Glad I hired at least one of these drivers. Okay. So given we still have the exact same car that we started with no improvements, I am actually really, really happy with this. Right. And he's still there and he's still gaining battery bit by bit, whilst just about sticking with Bottas. But then it looks like the Sauber is a much better car, so... Oh, that's depressing, isn't it? The Sauber is a much better car. Sentences I never wanted to say. So both drivers are boxing this lap. Let's not have any screw-ups, please, guys. That wasn't bad. Again, another decent pair of pit stops. So if you both attack now... Oh. Let's just see how... Oh no, oh... They're not boxing for another 10, maybe even longer laps. Okay, Teo, you need to drive like the wind now, mate, because you've got Verstappen just on a tear to catch you. And once that occurs, you're just going to... This is pointless, isn't it? He's going to slow down to let him go, isn't he? At least Liam isn't in danger of that. Are we passing Joe there?
There's been an issue in the pits. Over to you, Karun.
So Joe pulled in okay there. It looks like it's just too tight though.
Oh, rip. Oh, rip. And Teo is already being caught and passed by the other runners. Brilliant. And the soft tyres are useless because he's being caught by... Although that is Joe right in front of us. The least you could do is send it on him and pass him. Go on. Meanwhile, Liam is well off the pace. Okay, fair enough. It turns out we were only really any use when we had DRS. We should have some upgrades for the next race, which I'm very, very hopeful for. They're doing a lot of heavy lifting in these initial early videos. So, I mean, all we can do here is just watch him trundle around in P20. But at least Pouchere's ahead of Joe, so that is something. Or was ahead of him. Get him back. How are you so far behind already? You're pushing and it's not doing anything. You're not even gaining when you're driving flat out. Like... How is that even possible? Right, we need to put Liam back on balanced. Because he's just falling so far behind. I mean, Verstappen is catching him. And I think is relatively soon going to put a lap on him. Ocon is in the pit, but I imagine he will be out of the pits way before we catch him. Yeah. What tyres is he on? He's on hard, so he's doing a one-stop and he will be going straight to the end. No questions about that one. Okay, fair enough. That's what I was trying to do with Teo, but I mucked up the start, so... Though he's back ahead of Joe now, which is kind of useful. It would be nice if he could stay there, because it would be the additional 300,000 from the contract, so... You know, 300,000 isn't a lot of money in F1 terms, but it is for this team. Stroll setting the fastest lap there? Stranger things have happened, I suppose. Ah, right, okay. Still quite a ways behind. But we're not pushing because we don't have the capacity to push, so... Pouchere is so far ahead of Joe, he no longer has DRS. In that case, I think you turn up the wick a bit and try and pull away. Yeah, the lack of upgrades are kind of starting to hurt at the moment. Oh. Although at least Pouchere is pulling away from Joe, which is far more than I expected him to actually do, so I think the ideal strat here was definitely a one-stopper. Okay, Teo, you can save some fuel now. Right. P20 and P21. I do hope Yeah, Verstappen Sainz hasn't boxed yet, but all of the others have, with the exception of Russell. Although a couple of people are doing two stoppers. But I do wonder whether it's actually the fastest way around here, and I don't think it's going to be. And with Teo, he's got to go on the slower mediums at the end. But then I think he'll probably be okay in terms of getting to the end on the mediums. We're screwed if he's not, let's put it that way. Because if we go on hards, we're dead meat to Joe behind. Although at least he is behind us. Pastry with an excellent lap there. We'd expect nothing less. Right, still not in the position where mediums can get us to the end. Hards could, but hards are obviously mega slow, so Magnussen with a technical issue there, that's good. We always like to see opposition drivers with a technical issue. Oh. That's Verstappen on softs. I think he might catch us, you know. Time for you to go a lap down, Liam, as is the custom in this last to first save. We put that on 38 laps. Yeah, we can do that easily, can't we? Box this lap and go aggressive so that you're heating up the tyres. I imagine. Yeah, he stayed out, so come on boys, let's make it a good pit stop. We need that more than anything to conserve our P. Decent. Oh no, I didn't check where that was going to put us out. I wonder if we could actually... Ah, that wasn't great. Right. Final 10 laps, thank goodness. I think we'll be okay to the end on the tyres. There's no reason we can't. Yeah, Teo will be fine as well. And he's back ahead of Joe, which is good news.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Well, at least we finished ahead of Guan Yu slow, I suppose. Still some drivers waiting to cross the line. Because it's a really short lap here, so I think in order to do a slightly better job next time with this, we start on the harder compound. That's probably the only thing we can feasibly do. Okay, so that's the race done.
And now with the race done, we can see Logan Sargent there.
It's a P18 finish. And let me...
A 1:18.4. I dread to think what our fastest lap was. I think probably a 1:22.2 at a guess. Oh, fair enough. I actually didn't check that. Right, well, let's... I don't think we need to look at this, do we? Standard. And yep, dead last in the constructors, of course. Results of the pit stops. Down 2, and we didn't get any. So our fastest was a 2.703, and we were basically a tenth of a second off getting any points. Well, fair enough. But at least we got some contractual bonuses. Memorabilia room upgrade, good. Simulator upgrade, good. Oh, finally. But now we have a problem because we are going to need to build more of those, and we're going to need to build them fairly quickly as well, because if something happens to either of them... So Japanese Grand Prix in 2 days, that's fine. What about... And after that you've got... So that's like 16 days, isn't it? So as long as it's done within 15 days. The chassis... We're going to have to rush it, but that's fine. Rushing is designed for exactly that purpose. And tomorrow we've got... Right, that will slow us down a bit, but the rest of the car is going to be so much better for it. And we're going to have to do the same again. 10 days. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Although high-speed corners, low-speed corners and medium-speed corners we are better at now. We're not perfect, obviously. We're still the worst cars on the grid. We were always going to be, but we've got 2 more things coming, haven't we? We've got the front and the rear wings. So that's useful. So they're fine for now, front wings are fine, suspension is fine, and we're building the things we need. That's good. Right. So, underfloor manufactured that. And the drag reduction kind of sucks, but we've lost a lot of minimum lifespan, but it really is the only option that we had, so continue to race weekend. High chance of rain. High chance of rain and could be hot. Dear.